My dear, I met someone who knows everything about you and still chooses to love me anyway. They've seen your scars, yet they love me more deeply than you ever did. The silence between us speaks louder than any conversation we could have had. I met someone who sees me without trying to change me, something you could never understand. My heart aches, not because I miss you, but because they love me the way I deserved. You showed me love, but they showed me peace. They know your secrets, and yet they hold me close with no fear. Your absence is filled by someone who doesn't need to fill the silence. The love I feel now is the kind you never gave me, but I've always deserved. You tried to change me, but they accepted me as I was, flaws and all. I met someone who understands my heart, even when I don't understand it myself. They know everything about you and still love me as if I'm their first and only. You left, but their love arrived with a kind of gentleness you could never offer. You never gave me space to grow, but they allow me to bloom freely. With them, I don't feel the need to explain myself. I'm simply understood. The weight of your absence feels lighter now as their love wraps around me. I used to search for love in your eyes, but now I find peace in theirs. I met someone who isn't afraid of my broken pieces. They hold them with care. Their love is everything I never knew I needed, and everything you couldn't give. When I met them, I realized what true love feels like. No games, no lies. Your words were empty promises, but their actions are the love I've always dreamed of. They know my darkest thoughts, yet their light never falters. With them, I feel seen in a way I never did with you. I used to wish you'd understand me, but I've found someone who already does. Your absence is louder than any words you could have spoken. They've heard my stories and still chose to stay, something I never got from you. Your love was a storm, but their love is a calm after the rain. I'm not afraid to be myself with them, something I was never allowed with you. You never understood my silence, but they cherish it. I met someone who sees me, not who I was, but who I am becoming. I don't need to explain myself with them, because they feel me in ways you never did. They've seen my darkness and still offered me light. Your love was conditional. Theirs is unconditional, no matter my flaws. I met someone who makes me believe in the kind of love I only dreamed about. With them, every silence feels like a conversation. I used to be afraid of loving you, but I'm not afraid to love them. Your absence has taught me that real love doesn't come with strings attached. I met someone who holds my heart with gentleness you could never offer. You always tried to control me, but they let me be free. I found peace in their arms, something I never found in yours. They love me without trying to fix me, unlike you. You could never see my worth, but they see me fully. Their love is the kind of love I've always known I deserved. I never knew what real connection was until I met them. I met someone who doesn't just hear my words, they feel my soul. With them, I am whole in ways I was never with you. They know everything about you and still see me for who I am. I don't miss you. I miss the idea of love I once believed you'd give. They give me the love I once thought I'd never find. Your love was a puzzle I couldn't solve, but theirs is a masterpiece. I found healing in someone who doesn't need to fix me. They don't just love me, they love every scar, every crack, and every tear. I used to wonder if you'd ever choose me, but they chose me the moment they saw me. I don't have to fight for their love. It's given freely, unlike yours. They met me where I was, not where I pretended to be. I met someone who doesn't need to understand my past. They just love my present. I used to wait for you to change, but I realized I needed to change for me. With them, I don't feel the weight of your expectations. Only love. They accept me, even when I struggle to accept myself. Your love left me with scars, but theirs heals me. I met someone who can see the depths of my heart and still calls it beautiful. They don't just know my story, they love me because of it. I met someone who sees me for who I truly am, not who I was. Your absence didn't hurt as much as I thought it would, because I found someone else. I realized my worth when I met someone who doesn't make me question it. Their love feels like home, something I never had with you. They don't try to save me, they just love me as I am. I don't need to explain my pain to them. They understand without words. They hold me through my storms, unlike you, who created them. Your love was a battle, but theirs is a peace treaty. With them, I feel seen, heard, and understood for the first time. I didn't know what unconditional love felt like until I met them. They love me in the way I've always needed, without hesitation. I met someone who can hold my heart with care, unlike you. With them, I don't need to pretend. I'm simply enough. I was lost in your love, but with them, I've found myself again. I met someone who knows the truth about my past and still chooses me. They love me in a way that's quiet, yet powerful, something I never got from you. Their love is my safe place, unlike your chaos. If this touched your soul, don't scroll, like, comment your favorite quote, and subscribe for more. They don't need to change me. They love me as I am, scars and all. With them, Every moment feels like a blessing, unlike the heavy silence we shared. Their love doesn't demand, it gives. I met someone who understands that love is not about possession, but freedom. They see the beauty in me that I didn't know was there. I met someone who sees my worth even on my darkest days. They're not afraid to love the parts of me you rejected. Their love doesn't make me feel like I'm not enough. They offer me peace instead of chaos, something I never got with you. I found someone who loves me without the games. They don't need to change me, they accept me as I am. I met someone who holds my heart in ways you never could. Their love makes me feel safe, something I never felt with you. They gave me the love I once thought was impossible. I met someone who understands the value of silence and respects it. Their love doesn't come with conditions, unlike yours. I found peace in their arms, something I never found in yours. They see me, really see me, something I never got from you. They love me without fear or hesitation, something I never knew until now. I met someone who gives me the love I deserve, not the love I settled for. Their love is a reflection of the love I finally learned to give myself. I met someone who doesn't want to change me, just loves me. With them, I am seen, not just by their eyes, but by their heart. They know my flaws and still see beauty in me. I never knew love could be this gentle until I met them. Their love is the peace I always craved, not the storm I lived through. They hold my heart without fear, unlike you who held it with doubt. I met someone who sees me, not for my mistakes, but for my growth. With them, I am not a project to fix. I am someone to love. They love me quietly, deeply, and without expectation. Their love doesn't need to be loud to be real. It's felt deeply. I met someone who values me in ways I never felt with you. They know my struggles and still choose to love me anyway. I don't have to be anyone but myself to be loved by them. With them, I don't feel like I have to prove my worth. They don't just accept me, they celebrate who I am. I met someone who makes me feel like I'm enough, just as I am. They see me for the person I am becoming, not the person I was. Their love is the calm I needed after all the chaos. I met someone who doesn't make me question my place in their heart. They love me like a quiet, steady flame, constant and warm. I found someone who sees me deeply and truthfully. They don't just love me, they understand my heart like no one else. I met someone who makes me feel safe in their arms and heart. Their love is not an obligation. It's a choice they make every day. They love me without fear, without hesitation, and without doubt. Their heart is a home I never knew I needed. I met someone who makes me feel like I'm worthy of everything beautiful. They love me in ways that heal the parts of me you left broken. I never knew what peace was until I felt their love. Their love doesn't demand, it just gives, freely and without end. With them, I can be vulnerable, and they'll still love me. Their love is patient, something I never found in your rush. They accept me in my rawest, truest form. I met someone who doesn't need to fix me. They just love me as I am. With them, love feels like a warm embrace, not a battlefield. They see the strength in me that I couldn't even recognize. I met someone who loves me in a way that doesn't feel like a burden. Their love isn't about possession, it's about freedom. I found someone who loves me without expecting me to change. They hold my hand, not to control me, but to walk with me. Their love makes me feel whole, something I never experienced before. I met someone who sees my size and calls them beautiful. They don't need to make me perfect because they love me perfectly. Their love doesn't come with strings, it's unconditional. I met someone who doesn't need to speak to make me feel loved. Their love is a safe haven, not a storm. They make me feel like I belong, something I never felt with you. I met someone who understands me in a way you never could. Their love is an anchor, not a weight. They hold my heart with care, not with fear. I met someone who doesn't just tell me they love me, they show me every day.